Hello, yeah, welcome back. Sorry for the little delay in the time for starting today. But first of all, say good afternoon to all of you and good morning wherever you are joining me. Yeah, you are welcome to the 16th edition of Investdata Trading Academy with Ambrose. But before I go further, I want to explain the scenario in the market as we speak now and what you should expect now that today is the last trading day of the month of February and we're going into the last month of the quarter. At the same time, this month is the peak of earnings season in Nigeria, especially because most of listed equity on the floor Nigeria Stock Exchange has what December as year end. That is why between now and 31st of March, we expect to see a lot of companies releasing their corporate action. We have seen many of them releasing their unaudited account in January, while few release their audited account in this February. And we expect that today, the likes of WAPCO, Zenith Bank, and others will release the result before the close of trading today. But for others, we expect that in this first week of March, we expect more results to hit the market. If it comes, that will change the face of the market. But the good thing that the market closed the week under the previous week on a positive note, kind of break out what we call the strong resistance level of about 47,335.72. Today, market is above it. A little will tell you that market is also expecting this trigger. Once these earnings come and they beat expectation, especially as they're coming with a reward. When I mean reward, dividend announcement or recommendation from this company, that will change the face of the market. But for me, before I go further, I will still emphasize on what you should do at this time the market is volatile. Looking at what is happening globally, in terms of investors becoming unrest, investors trying to a lot of concern because of what is happening in Russia and Ukraine. Not only that, some matured market was seeing hike in their in their interest just to control inflation. And here down in Nigeria, we are seeing that the fixed income market is having some little improvement. And also we are seeing kind of volatility also in the bond market that you need to also balance your portfolio as a trader. And that is why you don't need to joke with your your stop loss. Yes, your profit target is very important. Those that are following us in Invest Data, they know that I don't play with when it comes to profit target, and that is why I practice what I preach. Once I hit my target in terms of profit, I take my profit first. If there's opportunity, I might come back. But that is why once we hit our target in our all will be whether from the master class, from the buy and sell signal, we ultimate investors that that are in our forum time to sell. Take your profit because profit is king. When you didn't take your profit, look at the market will turn against you. That profit you are seeing that you are calculating, you are not seeing disappear. It becomes the problem. But when you're able to cash it because the profit you are seeing on the chart, they are according to the paper profit. Until you realize it by selling, that is where you become profit to you. That's why you must play. You must not play with your profit target when you meet it, unless you have information that is going to for that. That is that. But for stop loss, that one is key. That one should be part and part of your investment decision, your movement in the market, because it's going to tell you exactly when to exit a position when it goes against you. Stop loss is very, very important. Then before we go further into the market, as I said, the scenario in the market is that now we are entering the new season. I've said earlier, we have seen what is playing out. We saw how the full trading week of February last week. Right now, I can see that also exactly when it's 12, this 12 o'clock, this hour, till market close for today. If that happens, that will go a long way to tell us that yes, the market is going to close positive. And don't forget that I mentioned earlier that we're expecting the result from WAPCO, Zenith Bank to be in the market any moment from now. Once that result hit the market, it's going to also add momentum. What happened this morning as market opened? ETI just released their corporate action declaring about 0.16 cent, that is $10. But I tell you that 25 to go. After this commission become clearer. But for me, once most important that investors should know in this ETI is that this company for over past 5 to 6 years they've not paid dividend. But coming back to start paying dividend on this strong earnings we're seeing, it's a sign where the company is where the bank is going. That means if you're in ETI, don't say because of what you saw you want to jump out. No, because don't forget that ETI, first quarter will be in the market in the month of April. We're already entering March any moment from now. In the next 24 hours should be the month of March. Then for me, this result that came just we want to see their audited account. Go to the account and see that the bank has done effectively, performed well. For me, you don't need to panic at all. The good thing is that I said earlier that the what to boost the company cash flow are increasing. Even what is happening globally, I see that the time will come that funds also be leaving to emerging market if things continue that way. Yes, if we continue, know that if, this compound is nearly in about 50, 51 to 52 African countries. Also, don't forget our trade, our free trade zone, trade, the Africa trade zone, agreement that is also the payment system have been put in place, and that makes it that the trade in this zone become powerful because when there is no settlement in trade, that is where it become a trade. Now that we are put in place, what makes settlement, in trading this zone easy and effective for me, I see boosting ETI, bottom line going to the future. For that, what they declare now, for me, it doesn't matter. What matters that is the numbers impressive. If the number is impressive, put your position in ETI, and even if you want to enter, you are free to enter because I can see sign that where the bank is going to the future. Yes, before we go further, I want to look at what the state of the market as we speak now. As we speak now, the month of February for the past 5 years has been down for straight 4 times and up only once before closing, likely to close positive for 2021, 2022. Sorry, this year 2022. In the year 2027, the month of February was down. In the year 2018, it was down. 2019, within each of 2019, 2020 was down. 2021 February was down. But the 2022 February was seeing an uptrend in the market. For me, it's a positive thing that we're seeing that the change in policy, I've said it, that I supported this change in the month of February because you can see, when we come back to the chart, I want to show you the monthly chart, how to see what has happened in the month and why January push the market up. Thus, also a continuation in the month of February. 9 losers. On that, 15 gainers, the top gainers there are Royal Exchange, ETI, Suno Assurance, Niger Insurance, and all, and Julie Pharmacy. Then on the loser side, put nine losers, but the top losers there are Academic Press. For me, Academic Press, I'm not surprised. Profit taking activities is already there. Then in Africa Prudential, the next Africa Prudential, I'll tell you that the 50 people, they declare or they announce for dividend. Fine was below what market was expecting, and also if you look at the figures or the data, the instance of number, the flat number that market didn't resonate with it. For that, you can see that the kind of pullback. But for me, for those that are income investor that bought this stock below 5 naira, yes, I know that when everything settled, this stock will likely also to bounce back, especially if you see an improvement in their Q1 number. If you have not made more than 10% loss, you can cut it. But if you have made more than 10% loss, I would say you take your dividend and wait and see when it rebound. For me, that's how to go. Then followed by Multiverse. Multiverse is the next one there. Then the next one there is Charms, and then the last one, the top 5 losers are Transcorp. These are the why they say the top trading volume. This is very, very important. The top trading volume led by what? ETI, followed by ROTB School, Transcorp, UBA, and UCA. These are the state of the market as we speak now. But on this one, I want to look at this the market, the Osher index, or call it the index action to know exactly what is happening here. I can see from here, we'll quickly bring our T line. We don't play with this T line in this class. It's very, very important to us. We want to bring out the T line and see where the T line is when it comes to the market at this moment. Then other indicators we can add to them is MACD, money flow. Then we'll now go to moving average exponential. Turn this one to 8. If you are in this class, that have been our usual. So I turn it to 8. Put it 8 here. Here too, and if that happens, that will be a good sign for the breakout, and that will depend on the sense of on the strength of what, on the strength of the earnings or the corporate action we're expecting. We saw what the corporate action did in the first month of the year when coupled with the listing of BOA, but that earnings breakout here. But the good thing that you can see the T line, which is the blue line. As we speak now, the market is above it, even above the 20 days. These are what you think to look at. Also, if you look at your moving your what we call the MACD here. If you look at this here, you can see that it was wider here. This what we call histogram, but you can see that it is closing up now. And I see that going into the new month with more expected earnings, might see kind of a an uptrend that will confirm. When MACD confirm a bullish market, tells that really the market is very strong. But you can see other indicators telling us market is still in order. And if you look at your money flow index, still looking up. For me, it's a good one this morning. Very strong. You can see the way it is. You can see for yourself. It's above 50, around 63 to 64. For me, it's a good one. That money flow is looking up here. Very strong here. Also above around 64, 63.8, and above 50. It's a good one. Tells you that the market is very, very much in order. Even when you draw your trend line here, you can see that the trend line is still an uptrend. But with the help of T line, don't to draw any trend line here again. You can see that the index action is above the trend line, which is good for me, and also it gives me a lot of information that will guide me at this point. That means you don't need to panic at all, because the market is doing what it's expected to do until we see more corporate action come in terms of dividend announcement and also the numbers of this company. Yes, what the ETI released. We have seen the unaudited account of ETI that have given investors insight that this company, this bank, sorry, has done well for the 2021 financial year. And if that continue in 2022, we're going to see a better number. But don't be carried away with numbers, because all happening in ETI or any stock will also be reflected on their chart. That is why want to go to the ETI now from here to see exactly what ETI is doing now in terms of the price action of ETI and the market performance in terms of activities not right now, because we have already seen what the market is doing. You can quickly look at the market again at the 1 hour chart. It's very, very important. We have done the 1 day chart. On the 1 hour chart, the good thing is that look at your money flowing still entering this market. Its fund is entering this market. It tells you that things is really happening as we speak now. Yes, position taking in some stocks, especially those blue chip stocks that are expecting to pay dividend, stuff like WAPCO, ETI, Zenith Bank. Yes, you can see that that UCAP refused to break down that 14 naira this morning. We're seeing that added like 114 kobo, 14 naira, 5 kobo. Also people take position in UPA, and that's why you see they are the one that talk the volume today, because people are already looking at what they gain from this position. For me, it's a good one. Quick one, come back to look. Let's quickly look at the monthly chart to see how it looks like. That will give us, because we're seeing the month of yeah, you can see it here. You can see the month of February, January how it is. You can see that it's long. Then you can see that February is up here, also in green. Now you can see, looking at your chart here, you can see that volume, in these two months, month of January and February. You can see it here. I can see that your MACD is very, very positive in this case. For me, it's a good one, and for me, the market is still very, very in order. Let's see what is happening in ETI as we speak now. I have to go back to our 1 day chart or 1 hour chart to see what is happening in ETI. Once you get it, you can look at what's happening in ETI. We're going to look at what is happening in UBA and look at UCAP. We also look at this, I've shown you about Niger Insurance last week. We're going to look at it because it's still among the gainer this morning. You can see that almost 30 insurance company is topping the gainer chart this morning. Royal Exchange, Sunu Assurance, and Niger Insurance. Instead of that, also we're going to look at either Niger Insurance or Royal Exchange. Look at Royal Exchange Insurance or Niger. Let's see the ETI price action. For me, this is a good one. With our eyes clear and open, so that we can interpret it very well at this point. It's very, very important. Yeah. If you look at this price, you can see this action. You can see there was a gap up here, down here, but still remain up because it's still trading at 12 naira. You can see up here, down here. I can see this was like a strong resistance around the 13, 15 and up, but it depends what market the stock will open tomorrow in the market. That will determine. But for today, we are seeing a positive sentiment in the stock. That's why it's seeming a confusion. Once it becomes clear the conversion to naira, that would but for me, the most important that they have demonstrated that there's capacity to them to pay dividend now because the earnings is strong. Then you look forward to see. But I think all this will play out in the chart. If you look at the chart performance, it tells you that this company is heading somewhere. Let's quickly bring the T line of T line as at this period. Let's see what is happening in ETI. Is very, very important. I don't joke with all these indicators. Why? So that you too can learn in the process how to use indicators at the same time. Once you master how to use the indicator, it's also going to go a long way to also guide you taking your investment decision. It's very, very important, so that you can know what is happening in the market at any given time and take your investment decision even without calling anybody. Able to read the chart. Like I said, that even the action we're seeing in ETI result, you can see that it's already reflecting in the chart. That's why you need to also know that chart tells you everything. Let us say, forget about the news and read the chart. If you do that, regularly and you know how to follow it, you know that you are good to go. You can see here that even at this point, ETI is still as above the price, you know, action is above the T line. Even you can see that there is a little kind of after we've seen a move here when they announce results or their results, you can see unaudited account before the unaudited account came, you can see activities in the stock there before it kind of side trended this period from here to here. Now we are seeing a breakout this morning, but this breakout as a result. And if you come down here and look at your MACD is you can see how the way it came down here. You can see that there's always MACD and the index in the price action are already looking almost the same way. That's why you can see that your MACD is always reducing to cross over, to show there's a position. And if you look at your money flow index, sharp one, you can see that funds expenditure. I mean, when funds expenditure, this is stock that have gone as low as almost around the 30, with 30 around 30, 20, before bouncing back to this 43. Tells you that fund is coming back powerfully to this stock. Once it cross 50 now, you can see that it tells you that, and also your MACD has already started looking up. Look at the blue line crossing up, and also if you look at this histogram here, I see that after coming down here, it's looking up again to cross to become bullish. For me, ETI is a good stock, even when after we have seen the conversion later the day, or the company also or the registrar communicate the conversion rate what it is in naira. That will make it clear. But I said earlier that what matters here that they've confirmed that payment dividend has come back again after many years. Investors have been without dividend from this bank. But now that will transfer, but I'll tell you, let's look at the top gainers. Let's look at Royal Exchange first to see what is happening in Royal Exchange. Once we go to find out what is happening there, this insurance company has consistently for how many days now on the up direction. Let's see what is happening in the Royal Exchange. Once that is also established, it will be a good one for us to see what is happening there. And if you look at the number for Royal Exchange asset release, the number is not too attractive, but the movement in the last 4 days or 3 days now shows because it started moving from around 90 kobo to 1 naira. You can see that the insurance stock, the way they are moving, the Nigeria insurance, what is pushing the stock, if you are in them as a trader, you cash out your profit quick. Don't be carried away with the rally you are seeing in this insurance company. And also knowing that as a dividend income, dividends start hitting the market, most of the dividend income investor will be selling most of their position in this kind of stocks to buy into the dividend stock, knowing that because they are dividend income investor, we don't expect that this small cap stock will give them enough dividend that will support the price, and also they are for that many of them will be looking the way of the blue chip stocks when they start seeing the dividend announcement, or when they start seeing the payout from these companies. That will give you can see what I just said. The last 3 days after staying here around 90 kobo 94, you can see breakout. This is a company that you can see where it's signed that kind of consolidation with this period before the breakout up here. But before we go further, let me bring out the T line and see what the T line is saying in this position. What will you do if you are in this stock at this point? For me, the momentum is still strong, very, very strong, but don't be carried away. You can see what is happening in academic press after running for much. Now that you want to say, want to matter that is, are you seeing buyer that want to pick it? That's why you say when the ovation is high, when you see that people are still demanding for it, don't wait until all of you want to leave the stock at the same time, because it shows sign of weakness before you want to sell. You sell into an up market and buy into what a down market. Once you meet your target in an up market, the next thing you do is just for you to just take advantage of the market and do what, and sell love, especially when you are bought low and is making high. You need to also quickly jump out of that position. Don't be carried away that yes, I beat my target, let me still wait. No, that's why I said earlier that I practice what I preach. Once you meet your target, you just exit your position once and for all. Yeah, you can see in all ramification, I can see that what's it called, Royal Exchange is doing well in terms of momentum. I know technical analysis will tell you what is happening exactly as we speak now you are doing a day chart, I can quickly go back to 1 hour chart to look at it very well again so that we know. On 1 hour chart, still above the T line. You can see that the T line is still below the, even when at this point we are seeing a kind of confusion here. You can see the red line and the dark share. Let's still see what's happening on our chart. But if you look at our chart, everything is looking positive and bullish. You can see above the T line, MACD is bullish and money flow is trading above 87. That's why it is flat now. That means much liquidity is not entering at this around 87. It has not touched 100. I see the 100 here. Let me so also be very careful. Don't be carried away with market gyration. Always know when to what to take profit. Especially if you are lucky and this stock before this gyration, I enter as low as that 50 kobo, and now it's always around 137 kobo. Nothing stops you for exiting position. And if you come here down here on a day chart, you can see the money flow to go. You can see the 5 kobo is gaining this money, like it's losing it now. But we need to see what is the strength behind this stock now. That is what matters. But this is stock that I know if their payout is very attractive and the numbers are very, very strong. We want to look at what is the position, what is the market saying at this time. That's why we need to look at the charts very well, to look at the chart very well and see where we are going with the stock. Once we establish that position, those that jump at 14 to go a long way to help us to know exactly what is happening. So that we can use this if you want to round up the section for today. Quick one, I'm bringing out the Bollinger Band, the T line, the money flow, the MACD, other indicators explained there that will help you to capture signals, buy and sell signals faster. Like I'm explaining here, you get in those materials, try and get it. If you don't have any of them, just let me quickly change this one to 8, change it to 8. That's our position in this stock now. This was crossover to hit their target. For me, I look forward to see you at the master class. And also, if you have questions from this discussion, feel free to communicate to us through the online platform. And also, you can also keep your question for Saturday question and answer. Also, if you missed question and answer for last Saturday, go to our website, or go to our channels, subscribe, and the replay is there for you to listen. Thank you, and God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow by 12 o'clock by God grace. God bless you.